Greetings, crafters, and welcome to episode 140 of Better Than Wolves with T-Kush35. We're coming back to this episode today with two goals in mind. One is getting the innards of the chapel a little more decorated and starting with a lot more lit. As you can see, the torches are definitely insufficient and in danger of burning everything. So my thought was using candles, because as far as I'm aware, candles should not light things on fire. So I was thinking we could start by setting them up here. Oh, look at that. Cute little ambiance light too. So I put that, way at the top. Oh no. Put that right here, and the candles were up at that level. Yeah, I like that a lot. So hopefully that will prevent mob spawns up in those corner areas, which is good, and also hopefully it will prevent everything setting on fire. Don't know if I like that. I have some glowstone on hand, but I don't know if I like the... Where did that come from? Is he shooting me through the window? Ow. Nope. From the doorway. You know. The way that he could come in. So then, at the very least, I wanted to get this set up, because I went back to my other base and got all my bookshelves, so that we can get some shelving up, or some enchanting up and running. So then, I'm thinking maybe the rest of it will be kind of like an actual chapel. We'll see. I made a bunch of stone slabs for the flooring, and I have spruce wood planks I thought would do a nice job for accentuating. So like sort of, no, I think I like the idea of having the stone slabs as the main pathway, and then surrounded by spruce here. Yeah. So I'll have to find a way to get the middle lit up. Probably with some more candles, maybe on iron spikes, because that would be cool. And go ahead and line that up with the spruce. Spruce has a nice dark color with it, which I think will contrast the walls pretty well. Whoops. Chop that up, and then... Let's see, we've got an interesting divisible space here and here. Oh, alright, get out of here. Can't you see I'm busy? Close the door. Stay out of my room. Little alcoves that we could have with something. I think I'm gonna put the slabs here. Grab that wood. Slab this up. I don't want to do the whole floor with the spruce, because I think that'd be a little bit of overkill with it. But doing sort of a... using it as an accentuator. Ooh, I gotta reforge my axe. Okay, I like what's happening so far. And then if we sort of... I should be able to get at least one or two more hits out of that axe. Kind of playing with fire here, but... And then if we wrap it around again... Oop, out of spruce. Then I could put regular wood here, which I don't have any of in my inventory yet. So... just gather up that dirt, and let's run back there. So my inventory is full of items for the next part of the episode, being, I know I said I was going to focus on making buildings before making machines. However, there's two machines that I would very much like to get going automation wise. One is a clay turner. because that is just a pain in the butt to sit there and get the proper timing for whatever you're trying to turn on the pottery. Oh yeah, I also grabbed a bunch of beef. I went back to the other base and grabbed a load of supplies, so you'll see random new stuff everywhere. Let's see, so I was grabbing spruce planks if they are around. They are not, so I'm gonna have to cut some of those up. So let's get that chopping. So anyway, getting back to the conversation a second ago, is I'm gonna go ahead and make 2 more machines. One, an automatic kiln, and one, an automatic turntable. Just to sort of do time-saving operations so that those processes can be going while I am trying to take care of other things around the base. So let's go ahead. I should cut up some birch wood. That might be a bit too light. Spruce. I've already cut that. Excellent. The birch might be a little too light for the current scheme in there, and the jungle's just a different color entirely, so I'm not going to mess with that. Yeah, so quality of life automatic machines that are relatively small, and I'm going to build without making a building for them first. That way I can just have them, and they can be doing their thing while I am building buildings. Because that's going to be a lot of what I'm focusing on as far as I can think of. Automation and buildings for said automation. I might do a mix-up between when I broadcast what I'm building and when I don't, yet to be determined. Yeah, so an entirely wood floor prevents mob spawns, which is nice. And a wooden floor here doesn't look too bad. This is a weird sort of oblong shape. So I'm kind of tempted to have a little stone slabbing going on here. And I can switch this up later. I also might add other decorations in here. Not sure if it would be, it probably wouldn't be pews, but maybe something along that level. And then we'll tear this up. Just get the extra cobble. Oh, yeah, I didn't clear my inventory out enough for this. Getting a bunch of dirt. Biggest advantage of an all wooden setup is very, very flammable, which might or might not be an issue. We'll see. I think I'm gonna go ahead and slab all of this. Obviously that part doesn't really matter because I shouldn't ever see it, but I'll know it's there. Yeah, I think I like that. And then slab this part up too. And then let's just have some more regular wood go this way. And yeah, we'll just fill it all with wood for now. Doesn't have to be fancy, just has to be something not horrendous. Okay, so then if I can change these to iron spikes later, but I like the idea of having extra little candles on the base floor. And of course I can change the color of these candles at some point too. And then definitely some candles here to light up the enchanting area, because you definitely want to be able to read. Kind of looks weird in the corner like that, but I'll probably get iron spikes for those, but I want those around. And then probably some right around the door. Yeah, to light your way as you come in. Now this is much more lit and wonderful. Maybe I could put glowstone up top. That would be kind of impressive. I just have to get up there. which is an adventure in and of itself. But yeah, definitely liking how this turned out. I could use some extra decorations in here, but we will get to that later. For now, let's go ahead and put the door back on, because that's important. I'm going to have to determine what I want to do for walkways in general, because while the stone look is nice, I don't want it to always just go into my buildings and everything too. So we'll have to figure something out for that. And eventually this might just all get rebuilt into a huge super building anyway, some huge castle or something. But I think I like the more towny look to start with. So let's go ahead and go clean up my inventory quick. Being throw away the dirt and the cobble and the stone slabs, which I will keep some just in case. Yes. And then put the candles over here. And don't worry, those zombie noises I'm pretty sure are from a cave nearby. They aren't up above. So, I need to figure out where I'm going to put a space for this automatic turntable, and I will be right back once I have it figured out. And we're back. I've cleared out some space, so hopefully everything will fit in here. Aiming to have the turntable, let's see, if I need it 5 by 6, because they're measured out from a different design. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll say here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So that was right here, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, geez. Okay. Alright, so this will be the edge of the build. Right here. Which means... Ooh, that's awkward. Can I make it fit one further back? I'm hoping there isn't any more water spillage, because that's what that block is stopping. If we can avoid more water spillage, that would be great. Okay, good luck so far. Alright, looks like we should be okay. So I can put it right here. Awesome. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. We're accounting for areas for the redstone logic. So the turntable sits right here. And then I need a block dispenser, which I made a couple of right here. That's not what I was trying to hope for. Okay, block dispenser here. Buddy block here, facing this way with its redstone output. And then here is going to be the obligatory piston to push things out. Boom. And then, let's see what else. We'll have a hopper right here, which I have to go make quick. So let's go make a hopper. Just throw my stone away. Grab one of those several extra pressure plates, or they're missing, because those are slabs. I don't know where I put those pressure plates that I had. Oh wait, duh, I put them in the redstone, because that makes sense. Sort of. Do I have some gears left over? No. Okay. So we need some gears and some siding. Alright, so we're heading over to make some gears. 1 and... Oh, I had some cut already. Alright, that's fine. Whatever. Turn around to my little nifty crafting thing right here. And siding for hopper. Okay. So the bad boy hopper goes right here to catch the output. And then we need some redstone logic, for which I need to quickly grab my screenshots. Apologies for the delay here. I was silly and did not have them up when I started recording again. Okay. So then we cover this up, boom, boom. Then we cover this up, boom, boom. And then I want a block above my head here, which it's perfect as it is. Yeah. So I actually just need a trapdoor right here. So let's go make a trapdoor quick. Unless I happen to have one. That would be nifty. Nope. Okay. Trapdoor. Is that like this? No. I don't remember what the trapdoor recipe is. Of course. So, better than wolves trapdoor. Because it got tricky. Well, not really tricky. I guess it's not that bad. Okay, that was close. Just needed some sticks at the end. And it's 2 sticks to 4 planks instead of that. Yep. Okay, cool. So we got the trapdoor so that we can prevent items from falling out. Perfect. And then we have, well, let's make this a little bit wider so that I can actually walk around. And I'll seal it up when I am done here. Luckily, I have not a plethora of wooden planks, but enough to just keep it dark in here and not have to care too much. Otherwise, this place would all go up in flames, and that would be bad. Bad news bears. Okay, so there's this, which needs a button. I'm just going to use a stone one because I made a bunch for decorative purposes. But a wooden button would suffice as well. Get those off here. Apparently my mouse is just going to be jumping around everywhere. Alright, button there. And then let's flip around to the back side, shall we? Yeah, we've got the... Yep, that's right. Okay. Backside. For the logics. So the main game here is that we have 2 forms of output. One is the 8-tick timer that is always firing with each flick of the turntable here. So this is going to pulse, and every 8 triggers we want a redstone pulse. So I want 7 different unique items that do not trigger redstone, and then an 8th one that does. So we just go ahead and put down redstone torch here. And then we have that signal is going into a block dispenser sitting back here, which is how you govern what item you are making. You change, oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted that, there. You change the number of items in this bad boy to determine what you are automatically crafting. So for example, when it's 4, if I recall correctly, 4 is planter, 6 is vase, and 8 is soul urn. If I recall correctly, don't quote me on that, just go ahead and I'll test it at the end, so don't worry about that. So then we have redstone coming off of this way, and then we need a redstone torch underneath here. And right here we're going to have a repeater. So that I'm separating the signal from this button in this block, because this button can be used to trigger the block dispenser to fire everything, to start it without having to just randomly place a block in there. and I'm gonna actually need to craft one of those or take it. I was sorely tempted to raid a lot of the redstone that's been left behind at my other base, but I decided to not for now, mostly due to wanting to keep it around in case I need to sit there for a long period of time and then I have some sort of semi-automated shenanigans ready. So, what I need to... Hey, come back here. So, clock with bricks and torches makes repeater. Okay, let's do the thing where we slap it down. Okay, so then we just need power, for which we can tie right into this bad boy. That's a storm. I'm kind of glad I put the lightning rod on top of the chapel there. Oh, it's a very bright storm. Must be during the day. Should probably set some lightning rods somewhere around here. Keep this area safe and not lit up. How are the cows doing? So all these other animals are fine. And the cows... One cow. Two cow. Yep, they're fine. Plenty of grass. So whatever spacing I have going on right now is enough to sustain the animals I currently have, which is good. There's one more there. Oh no! Oh, phew. That plank was lit on fire and then the rain set it out. Oof. That was a relief. Probably make some more lightning rods. That takes what, gold? I think it's gold. If I remember correctly. It was like U plus U2? Yeah, lightning rod. Yeah, I am going to go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna put some lightning rods around. We interrupt this build program for some safety precautions. Like right here, which looks fine. Just kind of keep this area sort of safe. And then I'll go put one near the farm. Oh, I think it actually hit right there. That's cool. Oops. Yeah, cobble's probably not what you need to be doing this with, but it's a start at least. So make it nice and tall. Be above the mushroom and whatnot. Okay, so back to the build. Where do I have enough clay? I also went and got all my pottery that was sitting at the other place. So that'll be nice for demonstrating the kiln, which I think we're going to do next episode. Just, again, to have all sorts of automation at the ready. Alright, I was working on that. But we'll go ahead and preload this with... Yeah, we'll do 2. That way the demonstrations can last longer. Okay, so... And then we just need to bug around over here. Cool. Then we just need my gearboxes and my axles. So, 1, 2, 3. Oh, need to make it a little shorter than that. So I guess we'll go right here, and here, into here. And then that's 1, 2, 3. So that should be perfect. And then the turntable speed I need to fix. And I'm stuck here now. Let me out. Ooh, that sounded close. I'm kind of tempted to go look now. Yeah, let's go see. This sounds like there's a lot of hits. the storm's over. The chapel looks undamaged. So that little lightning rod obviously wasn't part of the original design, because the original designer didn't have to worry about lightning strikes doing damage. But it looks like it weathered the storm, which is precisely what I wanted it to do. So huzzah! I just have to make these little lightning rods prettier. Either way, back over here. Needed to fix the timing. Actually, no, it should be able to sit at full speed. Full speed's what we wanted at. Silly me. So now I should be able to... Well, first of all, I want to move this torch block over so that it's not right next to some wood. But we should be able to test it now. Because this is set there, and this is set here. So if all goes well, this should spit us out. Then we should end up with... I think this needs to be a one tick delay. Yeah, okay, so what did we end up with? Oh, that was unfired pottery. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it needs to be this one that changes. You do get an annoying number of clicks, but I don't think there's any way around that. Oh, right. Okay, so it's 8 times 4. So if I change this to 3, I bet then it makes the vases. Oh, no, that was wrong. Oh, no. Why are you wrong? Oh, did I need... I'm going to go check my other timing. I'll be right back. Right, so I was slightly wrong. This, and it was evidenced by it landing on this at the end. This needs to be 8 items plus 1. And then it will be synchronized timing. That's how this ended up being a vase instead of pottery. But what it should be now is if I take out 2... Well, we'll just test with 1. So I'll put in another unfired clay. And that should make, I think it should make a vase. And then 2 in this. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. I might have messed it up. Hold on. Come here. Everybody come here. Are you still going? No, okay. Reset. Sorry. I'll just turn this into... And this is why I kept my manual one around, so I can fix the mistakes. Luckily, clay sort of recycles. So I actually could turn these completely back into blocks eventually, but I'm not going to bother with that quite yet. Alright. So we're going to make sure that everything's correct. You go there. Everything started at the beginning. Okay. So at 2, this might make a vase. And I'm not going to watch it. That way I don't mess it up. Instead, I'm going to take my clay, make some more blocks of it. That way we can do more demonstrations / verifying I'm not an idiot testing. Okay, so that did make a vase. So then if we cut this down to those, that should make a planter. And if you have only one... If you only have only this, it should make a bunch of crucibles. I don't know why you would want a bunch of crucibles, but if you do want them, you could. And then, obviously, this is... I'm just doing single runs, but this will repeat until it doesn't have any unfired blocks of clay. Or blocks of unfired clay, however you want to say it. So that should be, yeah, a planter. And that is the super simple... auto clay turner. Now there are bigger builds that you could do that could fire it as well, but I'm just going to keep it separate for now because that will work for me. Plus I don't have a ginormous amount of clay anyway, so I'm just not going to bother. But that will do it for this episode for now. Tune in next episode when I do a quick build of the auto kiln, and then do some more basically type shenanigans. So, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.